podcast on This Is The Way. Today we'll be doing a kind of joint review of Mandalorian Season 2, Chapter 10, called The Passenger, and Chapter 11, known as The Heiress. As always, never alone. I couldn't do this on my own. We've got the regular boys here just to review the two latest episodes. So I'm going to hand you over to your boy Ty.
Hello guys, we are back with another video. Obviously very excited to be covering both The Passenger and The Heiress in this video. We got a lot to talk about, we got a lot to discuss, and of course the man who looks like Obi-Wan. Why don't you say hello there, Alex?
Hello there. Today we will be looking at those. As you can tell by the matchup, we haven't been on it, and we are you watching this podcast. Get out. But no, in all honesty, episode 10, The Passenger. Mando is still on Tatooine after helping the what's it called, the Tusken Raiders defeat Sand Dragon, and he's just got Boba Fett's armor back from Cobb. And he goes back to the hangar. At the hangar, he's a bit deflated, a bit upset because he hasn't found a Mandalorian. It was just a guy wearing Mandalorian armor. But then the woman who owns the hangar and has the pit droids comes out and says, this person that I trust has seen Mandalorians on this planet, but you have to take her with you. And he's a bit shaky about this. He's like, how do I know you can trust them? She's like, I trust them with my life. So he agrees, and it's this frog lady with a canister of eggs, which Baby Yoda might or might not get a little bit excited about. Anyway, but there's one catch to this trouble. They can't go into hyperspace because it will ruin the eggs. The eggs are fertilized, and they are an endangered species in the Star Wars universe. So they have to go through. And Mandalorian says, okay, fine, we'll do it. Buckle up, it'll be a slow and bumpy ride. And they get run into by some X-Wings who ask for identification and stuff. And when Mando cannot provide it because he's a bounty hunter outlaw, Mandalorian, he goes, fuck you, and lands on a nearby planet. In doing so, the Razor Crest gets absolutely mullered and destroyed. Edit the burp out. To which Mando's just sat there and has to repair the ship. But the woman cannot communicate with Mando because she speaks in bursts and ers, like. So she sees a head of a droid. Throw back to the Prisoner episode of season 1, where we see Zero, and Richard Ayoade reprises his role as Zero for the voice. And she creates a communication device where she tells him that it's urgent and that the Mandalorians are honorable soldiers and that they don't give up. And he goes fine and decides to fix the ship. Baby Yoda then comes out and tries to tell Mando something. Mando can't understand because he's a baby. And they go off to a cave where Frog Lady decides to bathe and wants more eggs. Baby Yoda tries to eat the eggs. Mando says, stop it, you little shit. And Baby Yoda goes to eat this spider egg, pissing off the spiders, and then the spiders attack. And then at the end of the episode, guess what happens? The X-Wings come down, save Mando, and do him a solid and say, here you go, look after yourselves. You should join the Resistance. Mando's like, nah, fuck this, I've got a quest to do. And that's the end of episode 2.
Damn, man, you should be a storyteller, bro. I felt like I was right there, man. Immersed in the whole area and the war, Star Wars, in the galaxy. Well done, Alex, man. Thanks for...
I probably gave a bit too much detail than I probably should have done, but I really liked the episode. I'm really into the Mandalorian, guys.
Fun fact.
Shame on you guys for not remembering it.
Fun fact, directed by Peyton Reed, who, for Marvel fans, directed both Ant-Man and Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Can I just say the Mandalorian do have some amazing. Oh, hello. Okay. The Mandalorian do have some amazing directors on board.
True.
The writing is just is very well put. And with this kind of episode, I think many Star Wars fans and many kind of fans in general could just say, "Oh, it was just a filler episode." I don't necessarily think that. I feel, you know, obviously the writing has been well thought out, and Jon Favreau, as we know, who is the head and the helm of this kind of project, he wouldn't do this kind of episode if it didn't mean something to the story of the Mandalorian. And I think this, you know, like the passenger in such, it does show. I don't know for me, I don't know how it was for you guys, but it really like his honor and like his kind of, you know, his kind of integrity does kind of shine through in this episode. And it kind of even shows his compassion in a sense, even, you know, for this random stranger, this passenger you just met, but, you know, he does have a caring. But what were your thoughts, Liam?
I very much enjoyed the design of the spider. I thought it was very cool because it referenced original designs from The Empire Strikes Back, and I thought that was really cool to go revisit. I get what you're saying, that some people could see it as a filler episode, but there were some of the best moments. The Baby Yoda trying to eat the eggs is going to be a meme from now on. It's just a fact. And like, it will be a meme.
Branching off on the Baby Yoda eating the egg sort of thing, there has been a bit of backlash at that actually, because people are like, "Oh, baby Yoda's eating this endangered species." Like, one, yeah, he didn't eat all the eggs though. Two, wow, I'm trying to justify a baby doing genocide. Oh God. Two, the eggs, predators eat eggs. Baby Yoda would eat an egg. Three, they're frogs. We do know Baby Yoda loves to eat frog. We've seen him eat this on many occasions in many different episodes.
He's a baby now.
And two, it's just a little funny side thing where you see Baby Yoda being cheeky and getting something that he knows that you shouldn't be having.
Man's a baby.
Like, come on, it's a joke.
Funny as fuck.
Yeah, it was just funny. But I guess
it was hilarious. You're like, oh, you just see it and you're like, oh no. I like how at the end when Manda had to pressurize the Razor Crest, and the only room he could do was the cockpit, so they all buckled up. And you see Baby Yoda look at the egg canister with like staring it down, and the one just hugs it a little bit tighter, and then you just see Baby Yoda just pull out from under his top another egg and just go.
She's sus of Baby Yoda. Thinking, how at some point she didn't was just like, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Something's not right. Yeah. There he is.
There's some eggs mixing here. But I enjoyed it. Obviously, people did say, I can see where people come from. It was a filler episode, but it was really good. And like, the spiders were scary as shit. Like, I don't have arachnophobia, but the noises and the way they move scared shit out of me. Like, I was like,
it really did catch on that old like horror movie, sort of space horror movie thing. And again, yes, did feel like a filler episode. I agree with Ty, but one, you've got to know that the quest is slow, and within like video games and stuff, there are side quests, and some side quests lead to the main quest. Without that, he wouldn't have gone on to episode 3 with the information that he had, and he wouldn't have got to that place.
Yeah.
Knowing the struggles he has just gone through, and you understand the character a bit more. It lets you look more at Baby Yoda's actual aspect into who he is, even though he's still an infant, even though he's like 50 years old.
But the Mandalorian has like become this entity. Like with people, I say to you, yeah, you may think of filler episodes, but like don't necessarily think of it as filler episode. Literally, like it says, the title chapter 11, chapter 12. It's literally like a book, but it's kind of more they're kind of you're just reading books, but just like by page, and with like this, like it was just you're just reading another page of the book, and it just.
But every show has filler episodes just to progress the story. Like Alex said, if he didn't have the knowledge that he gained in the second episode, he wouldn't have the knowledge that he needed for the third episode. It's just every show has filler, and it's kind of like people think that filler is a bad thing, but it progresses the story. Obviously, you can't have action 24/7, even though that would be cool. Sometimes you do just need more.
And there was a good amount of action in episode 2 anyway. With the spiders, you could feel the suspense at any moment. They're fucked.
And correct me if I'm wrong, with like, if, you know, the fans, if say, oh, you want kind of everything at once. Like, I'm sure many of us would like Ahsoka Tano, Darth Maul, Captain Rex in one same episode, and just like, it's like, oh, this is amazing. But then you guys hop off to the reviews and it's just like, wait, that doesn't make sense. Why aren't you long at the story and just bitch about it in the comments? It's just like,
exactly.
The story pan out, you know.
People want everything all at once without regard to how it would affect the story. And that's not the. And I think John Favreau understands that.
It's exactly what episode 9 of Star Wars was. That they just put everything together that fans want and didn't flesh out the story.
Somehow.
That's what. In Star Wars, filler episodes, except for the droid one in season 5, sorry, that droid arc can fuck off because that was boring as shit. We did not need to know about that. The only thing it brought us was Gregor. Anyway, filler episodes in the Star Wars universe fill out the universe and make it actually feel expanded like it is. If you look at any encyclopedia, every character that has any screen time, be it 1 second, they have a backstory. You know where they come from, except for Yoda. You know their species, except for Yoda. You know where they live, except for Yoda.
Yeah.
And
it was a Yoda origin story, man.
It's just like, even fans themselves, they even said, obviously, like you said, Alex, was episode 9, they would have preferred a part 1 and a part 2. If that was the case, maybe we would have had a very different outcome and very different story. But obviously, JJ, trying to be the best director he could, tried to fit into like 1-2 hour space, and just like, it couldn't work. So, yeah.
Overall,
the thing is, he also had to pick up the pieces from Last Jedi.
Yeah. Overall, I give episode 2 like a 9.1 out of 10. It was good. I can see where some people come from saying it's filler, but overall, I thought it was a really good episode.
It was a good Star Wars episode.
I'd give it.
No.
I'd give it an 8.5 out of 10. It's not my favorite episode of The Mandalorian by a long way, but it's still a really good episode.
Yeah.
It does sound like a low score, an 8.5, but that is just under a 9, and I'd never give anything higher than a 9.5 anyway. So, you know.
What do you rank the tie out of 10?
I'm pretty similar with Alex, you know, around 8.5. I think is a fair score. You know, I liked, like I always said, I always look at it from kind of a filmmaker perspective. You know, it looked visually stunning. It looked like with the spiders things, you know, like I said, I'm like with Liam. I don't have arachnophobia, but even that fucking scared me. It was just like, oh shit.
It's like, no, thank you.
No, thank you.
You feel the tension. There's a big one coming at you, like the size of a fucking mountain.
Yeah.
And you've got all these little baby ones as well that are getting everywhere. They're running. Mando's struggling. Baby Yoda's struggling. The frog is like is on all 4 legs, like trying to away.
I can remember myself screaming at the screen, going, "Baby Yoda, use the Force, please. We need you to use the Force."
The sounds of them was like not for me. I was not in. No. It sounded so creepy. And the only thing is, like, episode 2 is a good standalone episode on its own, but I think with the next episode that we're going to discuss, it does kind of lack a bit, just because so much happens in episode 3.
And
as a good segue, move into that.
But it's one of the. It's before we do though. It's just one of those episodes where every second that's on screen is every second that's happening. It's not like we're jumping around time to time, like it's over the course of a couple of days, like some episodes are. It's straight away, oh shit, this is happening from this to this. Anyway, segue onto episode.
And also, just to say,
there we go.
as you saw the rebel fighters at the end, that could potentially play out in a future story of The Mandalorian. We never know.
Definitely.
But we've done talking about episode 2. Episode 3.
Am I giving the rundown for this one, yeah?
Yeah, you're giving the rundown for episode 3.
So episode 3, titled The Heiress, was directed by Bryce Dallas Howard, who you may know from Jurassic World. She's actually a pretty good actress, and she is the daughter of, I can't remember his first name,
Howard.
But he directed the 2018 Solo film. So there is kind of cool family history there, which, you know, I think is good. Oh, sorry, I'm just having a bit of a Wi-Fi problem. So episode is really good. Starts off, well, Mando eventually gets Frog Lady back to Trask, and, you know, Baby Yoda and Mandalorian get in their standard Mandalorian shenanigans. But this time, they're saved by fellow Mandalorians, which was really cool to see. Bo-Katan Kryze makes an appearance, played by Katie Sackhoff, who you may recognise from The Flash or Battlestar Galactica or Big Bang Theory. Which I like a couple of cameos.
One of her side Mandalorians was Sasha Banks from WWE.
Exactly.
Shout out to her.
WWE. And yeah, she was just a perfect cast. She looks just like Bo-Katan Kryze. She was really cool. And essentially, the most important part of the story was that she told Mando to go and find Ahsoka Tano, which is what we are looking forward to the most.
And also gave Mando the coordinates to Ahsoka.
Yeah, to her location. So what do we think about episode 3, boys?
Today's video is kindly sponsored by Rogue Energy. Rogue Energy is the most delicious gaming drink on the market with a wide range of different and unique flavours, all designed to quench your thirst. From green apple to mango pineapple, Rogue Energy will have a flavour for you. Make sure to use our discount code SITH, that's SITH, to get a 10% discount off your next order.
Nice knowing some information kind of about more or less the kind of Mandalorian kind of lore and religion, kind of obviously from different kind of perspectives, obviously from Bo-Katan's perspective and her two other, her sidemen, didn't catch their names, but they were cool, yeah. Learning about Moff Gideon and kind of also a bit about the Darksaber, which, you know, did kind of clear up some perspectives as well.
Bo-Katan wants her Darksaber back.
Oh, yes, she does. Who was the original owner of the Darksaber?
When we first saw it, it was owned by Pre Vizsla.
It was owned by Pre Vizsla in the Clone Wars, and the Death Watch Mandalorians, which are the race of Mandalorians, the religion of Mandalorians that Mando is. Meanwhile, the other ones are the peace-loving Mandalorians, i.e. Bo-Katan, who can take their helmets off. I'll just do a Google search as to who.
The Darksaber then went to Darth Maul in the Siege of Mandalore arc, and it stayed in Maul's possession until it was taken
for a
by
very long time.
It was taken by Sabine Wren in the Rebels storyline. From then on, I believe the last we saw of it, it was in possession by just the Wren clan. So we don't actually know what's happened to the Darksaber past the point of Rebels. Obviously, I think it was season 3 of Rebels that the Darksaber was in, is about 7 years before Mandalorian season 2. So anything could have happened to that Darksaber. But the last time we saw it, it was in possession.
So the original owner. Yeah, the last time we saw it was in possession of Satine in Rebels, but as we know now, it is owned by Moff Gideon. The very, very, very bad guy. But yeah, So it was created by Tari Vizsla, 1,000 years before the original Mandalorian, the first ever Mandalorian to be inducted into the Jedi Order, and it was created 1,000 years before the events of Star Wars. So it's a very old relic, like ancestry. So it is in Pre Vizsla's like heritage, which is what he does say, because he did steal it from the Jedi Temple.
No, his ancestors did.
Oh, sorry, his ancestors stole it from the Jedi Temple, but the Jedi did keep that saber. I think the Jedi keep most old Jedi sabers in like a museum room or something to honor fallen Jedi.
Did we mention the fact that the lovely Katie Sackhoff played Miss Bo-Katan?
Yes, so I think I mentioned that in my review.
Katie Sackhoff, man, she gets her paycheck on the Flash. She
appeared in Flash, Battlestar Galactica.
Wasn't she Cicada 2?
No, she wasn't Cicada 2. She was only Amina Black.
Oh.
She's going to get raided at Comic-Con. Wow.
Cicada 2, I can't remember her name, but it was someone else. And she did have a few cameos in Big Bang Theory as the character she played.
She did.
In Battlestar Galactica.
In Battlestar Galactica, yeah. Most notably, the one where she's in the bath with Howard Wolowitz.
Yeah, exactly.
Katie Sackhoff, get that paycheck.
I thought she was the perfect casting for Bo-Katan, to be honest. Given what we saw of her in the Clone Wars and in Rebels.
The only thing that I don't understand is how come Bo-Katan looks like she's in her late 40s, yet Obi-Wan looked like he was in his 80s, 90s, 70s.
That's because of the effect of twin suns, because he lived on Tatooine. It's a known fact that sunlight ages you rapidly. Imagine living on a planet with twin suns. Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru were only in their 40s at the time of the original New Hope. They look like they were in their 60s.
Oh. True. And Anakin was only 8 years old on Tatooine, but he looks about 21.
Exactly.
In Phantom Menace, that's a joke.
No, but I think Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru were in their early 20s when Obi-Wan brought Luke, and then 19 years later they look like they're in their 60s. It's just the effect of twin suns, I think, and probably the strain of, let's be real, Obi-Wan's a Jedi on the run. Man's not getting his 5 a day. That's just a fact.
Also, they do have to but deal with Luke's addiction to blue milk.
Exactly. That's why Bo-Katan looks as good as she does.
She did look good. Surprisingly though, she did look exactly like her Clone Wars counterpart. But Mando's face when they get him rescued and they take off their helmets, he's like, no, not again. This is not an episode 1 thing again, please.
No.
Again? Don't want to be that guy.
The helmet does not come off.
But there was backlash at this episode. As well.
Yeah.
The Mandalorian armor had boobs. And there was backlash about that. Women have boobs, and so the armor has to be made to allow their breasts to exist. And people were not happy about that, apparently.
Right, you're not making armor that's just going to crush your boobs. You're not making flat armor, it's a fact.
I'm literally seeing...
The armor had boobs in the TV show, in Clone Wars.
Going crazy. This is woke. This is instantly woke, thinking...
Yeah.
Ow! Ow!
Yeah, I think season 3 was... For what's been released so far, personally for me, it's the peak of the season. The best episode we've had.
Episode 3 was a good episode.
I think it's the best
especially some of its shocking twists at the beginning with the Mon Calamari and I always forget the other squid head people. For those of you who don't know, Mon Calamari are the ones that are like Admiral Akbar with the big eyes on the side and the big squid bit. The other ones, I think they're the Quell?
Yeah, the Quell. The
Quill?
shark ones.
Oh, yeah. Instantly when Mando landed, or when he almost landed, I was just like, "Hey, Akbar, what's up?" It's not.
It's a trap.
It's trap.
Quarren. They're Quarren.
That's it.
That's what they are. Quarren. The Quarren people, I don't really like them. I'm more of a Mon Calamari sort of person.
I screamed when they push Baby Yoda into just like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, and then they get try and get the best guys, like steal his best guy, and then Bo-Katan comes in and does her Bo-Katan stuff.
Nope.
Very cool. It's very. And then the ending. Getting a Ahsoka
like
Tano.
we're led to the next episode where we pray and beg that we do see Ahsoka Tano. I'm so excited to see what she's going to look like in live action. Have any? Do we know if any set photos have come out?
Not
guys,
yet.
comment down below in the comment section what you're most excited about in this season of The Mandalorian, and write down your favorite parts of the season so far. Whether you agree with any of the controversial points of Baby Yoda or the breasticles of the female Mandalorians, which is just wrong and stupid on so many levels. Yeah. Whether you agree about them, join the discussion down in the comments. We'll talk to you, promise. We love you. For those of you who are listening to us on Spotify, Anchor, or Google Podcasts, I forget about the other ones that we're on.
Overcast, RadioPublic.
Subscribe, Overcast, RadioPublic. We're everywhere. Join us. Everywhere. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. YouTube channel is This Is The Way. Then click channels. Then click the one with the golden Mandalorian helmet, because we don't get featured in the actual channel bits because there's so much Star Wars stuff there. And kids videos. Anyway.
Yeah. There was a lot of kids videos.
You guys.
Any search for us.
Yeah, you type in This Is The Way and there's like kids videos just appear.
This is the way to brush our teeth and things like that.
It's funny.
I didn't know that's to brush your teeth.
Yeah, exactly that.
Parents, teach your children how to brush their teeth. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Also, this is your first time watching, don't forget to click that subscribe button, pick up your chair, throw it at the computer screen and smack like button with it.
Exactly.
Notifications bell.
What was that?
That's me sneezing.
Click the notification bell so you never miss when we post new content and get that sexy notification of our faces right there.
You're not wrong.
Follow us on Twitter and on Instagram.
Poggers.
But yeah, all our socials. But yeah, guys, this has been a great session with the boys. We've had an awesome time. And boys, we didn't give our rating for the end for
this episode. Like, Alex and Ty, they don't like to give anything above a 9.5, but like I'm giving episode 3 a 9.6. It's such a good episode. There's so many highlights. Katie Sackhoff, Ahsoka Tano name dropping, seeing the more Mandalorians. It was just, I loved that Bryce Dallas Howard directed it, and it tied back into her dad doing so. I just thought that was really good. There was just so many positives for this episode, personally. 9.6.
I can't remember what episode she directed. She did direct an episode in season 1. I can't remember what one it was, but
I think it was that prisoner episode.
I think you're right.
But yeah,
that was my favorite episode of season 1, actually.
It's kind of same with Liam. I really did like this episode. Again, well directed. It's just that it's just kind of beautiful. I just love seeing the Mandalorian's journey. I love that it's not an easy road, and he's got a lot of challenges to kind of face on the way. And I'm glad that
when you choose the way of the Mandalorian, you're both hunter and prey.
True.
Indeed, indeed. So you know, you know what, Liam? I'll match with you. Why not? 9.7. Hey.
My
Alex, what
rating, the VFX were amazing. I do love seeing the Mandalorians with their rocket jetpacks. I do love seeing them shoot up, come down, all that sort of stuff. The shock factor when Baby Yoda got chucked into the thing, I was like, oh my god, what the hell? Seeing Bo-Katan again, seeing Moff Gideon in a hologram, so we know that like always back in full force, he's pissed off. Seeing some stormtroopers, some Imperial gunmen. The episode as a whole is my favorite episode of season 3. Season 3?
Season 2.
No, this is episode 3. Season 2 so far. This is my favorite episode of season 2. Cut out that season 3 bullshit. This bit where I'm explaining it. Season 2, episode 3 is my favorite of the series so far. I'm gonna have to break my own rule here and match Liam 9.6. Was literally almost a perfectly written episode. Couple bits of gripes, but none that could really affect my viewing pleasure of it. It honestly felt movie. It felt movie quality. That episode did.
It really did.
But yeah, I think that has been a very good session, my boys. You know, quick and easy, and you know, and very shortly, very soon, the episode 4 review will be coming to you, lovely people. Yeah, so make sure you all stay out for that. But yeah, guys, it's been a good session. I've had fun.
Poggers.
Before we go, we're forgetting something. Socials.
Oh, yes.
Liam, why don't you start, sir?
Well, obviously, if you've been a kind of long-time follower, you'll know I did do like LRTgaming on the side. Definitely 100% put my hand up, slacked off. Third-year uni student. It's hard to find time to stream. But over the Christmas period with new tech, and I've got a month off, I am hoping to get back into it. So check out LRTgaming on Instagram and on YouTube. And I'll hand you over to Alex.
For me, my Instagram is legend_Alex1. Check out my life, become my best friend, message me. I'll design you a Roblox t-shirt. Because apparently people like to message me to get me to design a Roblox t-shirt. Don't know why. Hold my hand up there.
Roblox
it's just random. I've had like 7 people do it to me now. Not gonna lie. Check out my YouTube channel, Legend Alex. I haven't posted on there since June time, and it was about an Arkham Asylum gameplay, which I might continue sometime soon. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Ty, drop your socials, you sneaky little devil.
If you're an old man like me, you must love 90s and 80s nostalgia. Like me, I love, so head on over to my YouTube channel, i.tye. We are very, very close at 200 subscribers. So close. And with views-wise, we're not doing too bad. We've been doing pretty well. So yeah, head over there and show me some love. And my socials are Instagram, you know, i._tye. And I'm kind of frequent on Twitter most days, you know, oddly enough. So it's i.tye11. So on Twitter.
Very good. This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.